like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Pan the camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. Your friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up, my body burning, and my stomach keep up tight. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work a fat gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? Need a light year just to catch my buzz. These right here just to catch my cub. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Jones eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Daniel Jones.
Akeem Hicks able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Down. 3rd and 15.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st down, Giants.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
88,
Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
4 more yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He was brought down at the...
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That's caught by Penny. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 39.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
He's going to fire deep for Ratley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now Trubisky. Pass complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6-0 our score after one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
The tackle by...
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 76 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon, I would imagine. Success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smart.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Giants.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Off play action. Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Jones throwing on third and long. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jones. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on second down.
At the 22-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, baby, all day.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Tate to return it. Fighting down past the 45. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. First down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 17.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Giants.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ricky.
Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
19. Bears nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
No, but let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Graham, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Montgomery. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson. His first touchdown of the new season. Then the Bears get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
19. Bears 11.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Giants First down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Carter on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up
on 3rd down. Patterson, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
David Montgomery,
some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
65, 65, 56, the mock boy, 56. Check.
From the 16, Trubisky, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. But they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete to Evan.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Giants first down. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Giants 19, Bears 17.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jones on first down, going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete.
Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A first throw for the backup Foles. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And down inside the 15 he goes.
It's a gain of
17 yards and a giant first down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown Giants.
Evan Ingram. Touchdown.
Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. There's a party now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Lock in, lock in. Mike 56. Mike 56. 56.
Here's Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
By the Giants.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's an
excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Giants.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Gano now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
39. Bears 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now it's Trubisky. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 47 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
The score, Giants 46, Bears 23.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Final score, Giants.
A big
46.
offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Without your money, I know. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran him. Block around, like a hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in. Spin the block around just like the hand in the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a pair in the middle. Killing me, then you need to a confession, you a mess. You was scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like the cheetah, bring it. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it. Think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this lose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. Now we spin the block around just like the Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands of the clock. Go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Me and myself top two, I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the back.